What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty, Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news, go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose, tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose. In the dark. It's not after dark, but you look like you're in the dark. The new lighting set up before I go into my spiel. We talked about it before we got on air, but now that we are on air, it doesn't look any different, but it looks better. I don't know why. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks good, dude. Like, no, like a spooky Halloween, but
it's a little spooky. I feel like I'm on stage as a comedian or some shit with just like a spotlight on. It's an interesting vibe. I mean, we're gonna get lights back in the future here, but I'm not hating this.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the vibe here of the dark. Getting into my spiel, everybody be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap or whatever it's called, Bulls on Tap. And on Tap Sportsnet, following Goose at Goose on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. If you are watching on Twitter or Facebook, please, if you get the chance, go to the On Tap Sportsnet YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. We are damn near at 1,000. We are right there, 1,000 subscribers. So please go to the On Tap Sportsnet YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. We're presented by Sports Illustrated Media Group. Mouthful, Goose. What's up, Mang? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just laughing at Yump over here, saying that it looks like I'm doing the show under the covers.
Hell yeah, Yump is getting after dark over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. All right.
After dark.
Goose, not a ton has happened since we last spoke last week, but we did have a preseason game. We did not learn much from the preseason game besides Billy kind of picked a lane on who was going to start. I thought. Until then, he said that will not be the case. It'll be they're going to do some trial and error shit during the preseason. But Kobe White got the start in the last preseason game against the Milwaukee Bucks, where the Bulls come out in the first quarter, score 30, hold Milwaukee to 21, and in typical Bulls fashion, lose 105-102 at the end of it. I mean, it's just preseason, Buzz. I just need a fucking win. Okay, that's what I need. So.
Is this enough of a win for you? When the starters played, the Bulls technically outscored the Bucks in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't have Dame nor Giannis out there.
But you just needed a win.
I wanted a real win. Yeah, I wanted a real win. Fair. Kobe White, 14, 6 boards, 6 assists, 23 minutes. Crisp on the offensive end, Goose. Ball handling looking good again. I mean, just like it was last year. Decision making with the ball, same thing. Vision, I felt like was a little bit different. I felt like he was really looking up as he was going up the floors in the point guard position. He wasn't really looking to just kind of get into his set. He was more so looking at what benefits this now. Looking for anybody cutting, looking for an open shooter coming off a screen. He was looking up, and that was something I enjoyed seeing. So Kobe White in his first start. Thoughts?
I'm not going to lie. I watched the game on my cell phone while I was at work. But Kobe White was really the only thing that stood out to me. Obviously, the Bulls' big three only played 17 minutes apiece, so kind of just a little bit of a warm-up for them. Kobe was what stood out. Pat did Pat things, and that's not necessarily a good thing in this instance because without the starters playing, you can't even use the excuse of Pat didn't have the opportunity because there was a little opportunity there.
And we're going to start having people leave because the Patrick Williams, not hate. We don't hate him. I want to say that. I'm saying we don't hate him.
I'm somebody who sticks up for him quite often, but in a situation like that, you kind of want to feel the same way about Pat that you did about Kobe, and I just didn't really leave that game having those kind of vibes, especially without having a primary defensive, kind of responsibility either. Like his slate was open to show us the offensive arsenal that he's talked about throughout the offseason. So little disappointed there.
Do you ever like put what do you call them now that they're not called tweets?
X's?
It's actually smooth as fuck down there, Jim. Anyway. So anyway, do you ever put tweets, whatever, into your like when you're going to tweet it out, but then like hold off on it because you don't know if you want to hit the send button? Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
So I had one in the chamber. All right. I mean, dude, I was ready. I was going to fucking tweet that shit out. I was going to, I got a new phone case and shit. So I was like, bam, we're going to hit it. And it was a line that came from, was it Benetti or whoever else was calling the game? Because it wasn't Amin and Stacy. Stacy's coming off hip surgery and Benetti's doing, or Amin's doing the playoffs for the MLB. But they were like, oh, this is what the Bulls want from Patrick Williams because once he figures it out and takes off, watch out. I wanted to say fucking let's take a shot every time I hear something along those lines. I'd be fucked up every day. Every day. And I quit drinking Monday through Friday. I took Beer Garden Jim's regimen. I've lost some weight too, so that's good.
Wow, look at you, buddy. I can see it.
Easy to
I
drink carbonated water, and it's good and gather because I can't fucking afford like the LaCroix and shit. So I'm getting that Target brand. You know what I mean? I'm a baller on a budget, motherfucker. But anyway,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. I just, dude, I'm trying not to hate on the kid, but that is what you were looking for was what I was looking for. Pat got more minutes than starters. You're playing in the preseason. You're playing a division rival who got better. Why don't you just show them a little bit of the bag? Show them what you got. Make it a little bit memorable. Miss me with, he tried to catch a body. Okay. I tried to become a millionaire yesterday. Guess what the fuck happened? It didn't. Just like him getting that dunk. So, it's just frustrating. It's always like the brass ring is here, and Pat is like here trying to grab it. Talent's there. It's got to be in between here. That's where I'm at with him.
Yeah, no, ultimately the Bulls are still in the same spot as they were last year with only adding fringe pieces where you're banking on Pat to turn into that dude, to knock somebody like Vooch out of the big three and solidify himself as a big three. And that's probably not going to happen this year. And it's a contract year for him. So he has all the incentive in the world this season to play at a high level and show what he can do for this team going forward because his next paycheck literally depends on it.
Right.
So hopefully just preseason, other team stars weren't playing. Team itself probably wasn't very psyched for the game because of that reason. So, we'll see what we get in the next one. Obviously, as these preseason games get closer to the regular season, we are going to see more of what Billy is kind of coming to the conclusions on, and these guys are going to get a little bit more run. So we can see what it might be because without them playing together in live scenarios, Billy can't really tinker anyway.
So fun question for you. Serious question. Are we done with the Carlik Jones as a starting point guard stuff now? I mean, I know you weren't on that train, but a lot of Bulls Twitter was 9 minutes, zeros across the board. Are we good on that? Or do we need to touch on that?
That was the conversation?
That was online. That was on the X. Whatever. You know what, dude? I'll tell you what. I don't know Elon Musk. I have nothing against him. I have nothing for him. I don't give a fuck about him. Well, but him changing the Twitter, this X, I am tired of the X thing.
Well, the X thing is cracking me up because I'll admit, obviously, I'm not nearly as active as I once was on Twitter.
Neither am I.
Kick up here shortly. But when I have to go to find StreamYard to do this with you, I still type in twitter.com and then
so do I.
Up an X. So it's like, how insulting is that to yourself that you tried to rebrand something and people still type in the old website to get in there?
He said Walt Lemon Jr., Carlik Jones. God damn, Scott, stop playing with me. That's funny as fuck. Are you probably right?
No, I did not know that was a thing.
Okay, so we don't really need to touch on that.
I mean, we're gonna touch on it because now that's blasphemy. What? This team's got 4 point guards that are better than Carlik Jones.
They wanted to give him the run just to see what he could do. And I was like, why? What? I'm not trying to hate on Carlik. He balled the fuck out. We all know he balled out in FIBA. He was doing great. But it's different here. And he's had opportunities here. And it's just there's a different – I don't know how – it's so weird to explain. It's I feel like I've learned a lot from going to those Windy City Bulls games. That's why I kind of wish I'd see Pat down there more to see if he could dominate. I know he can't now, but back in they weren't running G League when he was first drafted, but after that, it's just there's a difference in skill level that I feel like I'm watching there, obviously, than I'm watching up top. And anytime I see anything crazy in the G League is when the Ignite really play, because it has all those young cats, who didn't go to college and decided to go there. So that's why, like Carlik, I mean, Godspeed, make a living from basketball, bro. Do what you got to do. But no, starting point guard, I cannot believe I saw a tweet that said that. I'll find that fucking thing.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to send that to me, because the fact
Yeah,
that somebody would send that, unless it was Carlik's burner itself, I don't quite understand.
No, dude, no, it was a group of people. I don't like name dropping. It was a group of people that were talking about giving it a shot. The website rhymes with LB Fashion.
Okay.
It was SB Nation. Shots fired. Not at Ricky, though. It was not that guy. It was the guy on the post that was talking about it. Anyway, so let's move on. Next game, Chi Sports Fan, is tomorrow night. Bulls will play the Denver Nuggets. Fun fact. Vooch is taking out Jokic for dinner tonight. What do you think Vooch and Jokic would talk about at dinner? Center things?
I doubt they talk about anything basketball.
Did you see Jokic, dude? That dude didn't work out at all in the offs. Garen fucking teed. Where's he from?
Serbia.
I wonder if they have heavy beer there, because he was drinking, man. I'm telling you what, dude. I saw him yesterday on the court. I'm like, oh my fuck. And he's like trying to get up and down the court and shit. And he was like huffing and puffing. I know it's gonna change. Like, he's gonna get into game shape. He's still young. He'll get into game shape eventually. But oh shit, Vooch got to be careful, man. I bet Jokic just pounds beers, dude.
Yeah, no. I mean, you've seen the clips. Like, yeah, no, he was not really interested in celebrating here. He just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
So no, I don't blame the guy. Like,
he's a millionaire. He's an MVP. I don't blame him either. I'm just saying. I bet he fucking slams beers.
No, yeah, he's hockey style. Like if his MVP trophy was shaped in a way that he could drink out of it, I'm sure that's all he would do.
Yeah.
And I would too. So this kind of goes with it.
Thoughts on Senor Sox? I love you, Senor. I do. I do. I'm a big Senor Sox guy. He's my friend. Actually, a dude I probably might actually have a beer with from Twitter. I mean, I've had a lot of beers with Twitter, but now that I've taken my hiatus and I just don't really go on there as much anymore because it's fucking stupid, that's still one of my G's I have a beer with. Harden, no, ain't going to happen. Goose, not going to happen. Now, but we can have a fun conversation about it. Would you?
I mean, in that scenario, for me, you got to be sending more on top of Harden, because obviously it's probably Levine.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because you get the playmaker kind of guy who can create his own offense, and Harden.
More on the same timeline as Embiid, a little less fucking, cocky.
I feel like Harden, DeRozan, and Vooch are on a very similar timeline.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, which is near the end. But so that wouldn't be a good thing at all.
Time, Harden's also looking to get paid again. So
will someone fucking pay me and Goose, please? I've been doing this shit for too long. I want to get paid. Yeah. I want to get paid big money too. I want to play in the NBA. I do, Goose. I wouldn't take it.
I could see you being Benny the Bull.
You know what, dude? I'll tell you what. I don't think I'm fucking got the upper body strength for that.
No?
You see that motherfucker hanging from like the shit and doing flips and stuff, dude?
You got it. Like you said, you're still doing 12-ounce curls, but now it's just seltzers instead of beer. So like, and they're not alcoholic seltzers; they're just regular seltzers. So
yeah, right now is just a regular seltzer. It's coconut pineapple by Good and Gather. We're not sponsored by Good and Gather, but if anybody works for them that sees this, put us in contact. Thank you. Dude, I haven't gotten to talk to you in like a week. So, I mean, nothing really happened. So, it's just bullshit time until you go watch hockey.
I mean, this is true. And I'm still trying to think about what Vooch and Jokic do together besides maybe pound beers. And maybe Vooch, like, makes wishes every time they take a shot that, like, some of those powers will come to him. Because watching him get fucking just walked by Brooke Lopez. Like, what?
That's rough. That's some rough shit.
Preseason, not playing a lot. Maybe you didn't warm up enough. Maybe you're just like, fuck it. I'm playing 10 minutes. But that's I can't watch that.
No, and
You just got a $20 million bag for 3 more years.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's a preseason game, but it's the same roster. I mean, they're not going to be fluid. I really don't know. I mean, unless Kobe White finds some sort of magic, because I'm assuming he's going to be the starter. Like, that's what I'm assuming.
So, do you think their confidence in Kobe and signing him to a cheaper deal maybe makes them more likely to trade Zach? That they see him as like that 2 spot, and if they could move
like
Zach
down the road,
yeah, I mean,
or like a deadline or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kobe's contract would be more. Well, we have to see what Zach does.
Well, you can't.
The market wasn't hot for Zach. I mean, again, this is the thing here. So when we talk, even the Harden deal, yeah, that would work for them because they want out of that, so they'll take any sort of fucking compensation that they could possibly get. So that would definitely happen. But the reports from KC and all those guys during the offseason, there was a lukewarm market on Zach LaVine, and there's a reason there's a lukewarm market on Zach LaVine, and people don't want to hear it, and it sucks, and I don't want to say it. He's a fucking one-way player. He has to have the perfect situation around him, which he did for 35 games, and now it's gone. But he has to have the perfect situation around him to ascend to the levels that we need him to ascend to help bring the team to where it needs to go. That's why there's no market for this guy on a max contract right now. I mean, it's just, for what? You're not going to get any better if you trade for him.
Well, no, exactly. And that's the point that I was just going to make is to the Bulls, you can't get the value. He means more to your team than what anybody will send you for.
Right. That was a low blow by a Chi Sports fan fucking going after Lonzo. That man had surgery like 3 times.
Yeah, I was going to say
he's like jag off.
5 surgeries.
Right.
He's a 3-way player.
They need a 3-way player from Jim. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole.
What do we have for special teams this year?
Oh my God. Javon Carter will come in for some defense along with Caruso. What do you think about a flyer on Kai? Well, they can't probably now because I think they're full. But Kai Jones, you see, he put a fucking thing on Twitter today that he wanted to be traded from Charlotte, and they cut him.
Yeah.
We need some size, dude. We need a power forward. You know, why not? They won't. Because why bring in a young player? Let's just sign the old ones to big contracts and keep doing the same thing that we're doing now. Wow, I'm still salty. I am. I'm still a little salty.
And I can't blame you either. Like you said, you just needed a win, too, and you couldn't even get it with Giannis and Dame out.
I know, dude. I mean, what the fuck is that? I know we talked about that in our last episode, but I'm still tripping on that shit. How are you going to stop that shit?
I don't know. We didn't get to see.
We just gotta hope it just doesn't work out, and Dame just starts his crazy descent. And I don't want that to happen to Dame because I do like Dame, but
nope. The situation he just landed in allows him to make that supermax contract that he got traded on, which probably had a trade kicker if I'm not wrong. That contract isn't even going to look bad because with what he's going to have to do compared to what he used to have to do to be successful, he's golden.
You don't think that could fucking trip him up, though? Having to be a different player?
I don't think so.
We saw it firsthand here with Vooch. I know they're not the same caliber, but we saw it firsthand with an all-star player.
See, but Dame is going to be the one with the ball. You know, Giannis, outside of transition, and now Dame has Giannis defined in transition, and he's got him for the pick and roll. Like, no,
you're right.
This is going to be dumb, stupid, easy. And no, I mean, Milwaukee didn't trade for Dame to take the ball out of his hands. So they're going to be fine. And he's going to have so much less on his shoulders that it's like, who can you double? Especially if Chris Middleton's healthy this year.
Oh, that's what I mean. And think about the perimeter defense between Middleton and Greek Freak. Then you add in Portis and fucking Lopez. And then you got Dame just running around out there. This sucks.
Well, no, and Brook Lopez is the best three-point shooting center in the league.
I don't know, man. Well, yeah. Well, that's fucking cool because, we have Alex Caruso.
That is actually something to be happy about.
I am happy about that.
We did do one thing right.
We have DeMar DeRozan, and he's probably going to get paid.
See, and if that wasn't the scenario, I'd still be very thrilled about having.
Did you see the extension numbers? It'd be 4 years, $179 million.
Is that
that'd be maxed out.
Why would you even say that to me?
Because I saw it and I wrote about it on ontapsportsnet.com.
But why would anybody even suggest that?
Oh, I didn't suggest it. I bitched about like
No,
5 paragraphs.
I said somebody.
Well, they said that would be the max contract extension offer he can get is 4 years, $179 million. I'm telling you now, dude. If he balls out and it comes in the middle of the fucking season, I would before the contract deadline, extension deadline, I wouldn't be shocked. Or to see him get it done next offseason. I'm really hoping it doesn't happen. Love DeMar, like I said. Can't be a max. It's going to have to be something less for him to stay.
I don't even want to think about that.
Is it irritating?
I want to try to enjoy this season and not think about the bag that DeMar is going to get because it makes it hard to enjoy what he does because it's going to make me overcritical of every three he doesn't take, every time he holds the ball too long and doesn't make the shot, every time he tries to draw a foul and it just ends up looking like a flop. The things that I've learned to love about him at times are going to be things that I'm just going to be so nitpicky with this season. And I get gotta be on the point that is just the most that they could offer him. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I think it'd be a worst case scenario for the Bulls.
So to put it,
best case scenario for tomorrow.
I mean, and I'd be happy for him, but I don't know that I want to watch that for 4 more years.
It's so tough. I'm a real friend to you, so I'm not going to let you enjoy this season. I'm going to keep reminding you of the shit that we're coming up to. Okay.
Why are you going to keep it real with me, Buzz? Why can't you just be a fake friend? Why can't you lie to me like everybody else and just make me feel good on the inside and let me believe what I would like to believe, even when it's not reality?
Because I ain't Bill Fake, homie. I'm the real deal.
I'm
the real deal, Holyfield, dude.
This is the Bulls After Dark, and we just got deep. So
he put Mark Eversley as a double agent because he went and got fucking DeMar. Oh yeah, he's on to something.
No. The current contract that DeMar is on is a great contract. He has outplayed that. He has.
Oh, I agree there.
Expectations,
but he wasn't going to get that before Mark Eversley.
No, he was not. He was looking at mid-level exceptions already, and now we're talking 8 years down the road, and we're just the fact that number had to be mentioned is just mind-boggling. So
it is.
What's something that could be happy to talk about this team? How about that kid that's not going to make the team that had that dunk at the end of the game? That wasn't OB. That was somebody else.
Oh, Julian Phillips?
No, that was another one. Like I said, it's a kid that's not going to be on the team.
What dunk did I miss? Oh, Quentin Jackson.
Yep.
Jackson. That one. Yep. That was sweet. Yeah, he threw that shit down.
That shit was dirty.
Yeah, he'll be the new Carlik Jones, I think, in the G League.
Okay. So
why not? He's got some talent. He's fast. They can give him some run in the G League.
You know what? You just made me hit the realization that Carlik is still on our roster on a guaranteed spot for like no reason.
Yeah, I know. How many fucking guards? We talked about this in one of our other episodes. How many guards do we need?
And now there's people that want to start him.
Those people I think are stupid. I don't mean to be a dick. I mean basketball's stupid. They're probably smarter than me.
We as a fan base have been tortured to the point where we now have a disease.
I know. Grab a G League. Dude, it's the same thing. It's like White Sox fans getting fucking stoked anytime a minor leaguer comes up like, oh, can't wait to watch this kid play. Oh, yeah? He's probably not in the top 200 prospects in the fucking minor league system. So don't worry about it. It's fine. No problem. Even the top prospects we had all went to shit. MLB playoffs, very depressing watching it for me right now. So,
Hey, I mean, how is it depressing for you? Your team lost 100 games. You weren't even in it. At least the Cubs, for me, were like kind of flirting with maybe making that shit and then just shit to bed.
Yeah, we lost 101 games. So, felt good. It felt real. I got to see a lot of fans that were diehard fans that bought season tickets to the Sox, cancel them immediately. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's cool to belong to something sometimes, I think. But you hitched your fucking wagon to a 101 loss team, so it's not really cool to belong to that.
Contending.
Huh?
That was supposed to be contending.
Oh, yeah. We contended for about 3 minutes. It was great. And then we got our asses whipped in the playoffs by Oakland, and then, what happened in Houston, and then that was it. First, we're talking baseball. No one wants to hear that shit. All right, last topic. I don't really have a last topic for the Bulls right now, besides the fact that they play Denver on Thursday. And then they have three other preseason games after that. So we have on Sunday, October 15th, the Bulls will take on the Nuggets again in Denver. Then they will play the Raptors at home on the 17th. And then on the 19th, they will play the Timberwolves to finish off the preseason, starting the regular season on Wednesday, October 25th, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have a very good young team.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I guess that topic kind of makes me jump back to the first topic you brought up, which was DeMar and Zach falling 11 spots. And it's because the young guys on these teams that have been rebuilding are now becoming better than the star players that you've invested in heavily to move forward with. And they're falling further down the list.
Right.
That's
right.
The other thing that makes me think of is, do you think AK like cries every night before he has to play Denver? Like, do you think he like realizes that he should probably have a championship ring for having a very strong hand in drafting Jokic?
Oh, sure. Sure. They probably made him one for that.
And now he's stuck in the shit show. You think they sneakily slid him a ring?
I wouldn't say stuck. I would say I'd say he
got an extension too, right?
Yeah, but he's not stuck. He's fucking stealing money and getting paid, and getting paid to suck right now. What do you mean? I mean, dude, like that's what pissed me off in the media day, and I know we talked about it, but the fucking this is what we saw, and we need to be better at this. Okay, I need to be 6'4". I'm not. You don't have the roster to fucking do it. You don't. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to win a championship.
Plus, they went to Tennessee, and they had a group bonding event.
All those motherfuckers practiced for 6 hours and then went and hit fucking Broadway.
I listened to Klay Thompson tell me that him and Steph Curry did not bond until he played together with him on Team USA, even though they were teammates. And that's when everything changed. Because
they already have a championship?
No, they did not.
Oh, okay. So you think that this Nashville thing is the equivalent to representing a country?
I do.
Okay.
I think being trapped in a place with your teammates that you're being forced to bond with because you're in Tennessee where you've never been and there's nothing else to do but do dumb shit with your roommates or your teammates, even if it's not basketball related, that we're going to win 38 games this year.
38? Oh, fuck, man. I'll tell you something right now, dude. I love doing this. I'm telling you now, though, if they start losing a ton of games, we're changing the format to weekly or something, because I cannot talk about a fucking other shit team.
No, it's okay, because then we are going to get to talk about the tank again, and that is a fun time.
I do, yeah, but they better They have to pick a lane, dude.
So, but if they bomb in the beginning of the season, maybe they do pick the lane. And if they bomb in the beginning of the season, who says they don't bomb the whole season? Like, this roster is not that great. We lost to a lot of horrible teams last year, and that's what they're trying to rest their hat on in terms of, we just kind of took our foot off the gas. We improved against good teams. We got worse against the teams that we, beat the year before and da-da-da. But nobody's taking this team serious. That's why you beat the good teams. It's because they play you like you are the bad team.
Right. Yeah, right. They play down to their competition. You're the bad team here. I love when people are like, well, the Bulls just play down to their competition. Nope. Nope. That's why they beat the good team.
So there is a possibility that this season is just a 35 or less win season without them doing anything, because we know that they don't have the, assets to really make big enough changes to where they can turn this team into a contender, which is where they've somewhat been forced to stick with the continuity aspect because they went so hard into this lane that they can't get out.
Right.
But it's very possible that this just crashes and burns, and we're talking tank.
That would be fun, though, because I feel like the college basketball class is pretty decent. Like Kentucky's got a real good class. USC got Isaiah Collier, whatever his last name is, something like that. My Jayhawks, see how they do.
And that's why we're going to be wrapping this up here in a couple minutes, because when you're not a contender, the only thing that is exciting is a prospect the caliber in any sport like a Connor Bedard, where your team gets the dude that can be that dude that gives you the opportunity to contend. And who knows? Maybe the Bulls surprise us and we get to be happy and we don't have to be depressed. and we'll be excited to, do the show after every single game like we do, and we have done forever. But if it gets to that tank part, that stuff's fun to talk about too. So
it is. I'll tell you this.
We're going to be here. I don't even know why you're joking about that.
I know I'll be here. I know. It's like in my DNA. I will not be watching Blackhawks hockey tonight. I'll be watching probably just the playoffs, MLB playoffs, and then whatever preseason game is on NBA TV. That's probably what I'll be watching. Playoffs. Oh, we're not getting the playoffs, bro. We're not getting no playoffs, bro. You have anything you'd like to say before we ride out into the sunset for this episode, bud?
I know I said that Caruso and Pat should start, but I think you got to give Kobe White the keys. Screw it.
I really hope he doesn't lay an egg tomorrow night.
Why you got to put that juju out there, Holmes?
I don't know. Remember when I was happy?
And you were stroking your beard while you did it too. Like that was you literally you took the beard of greatness and you just stroked that shit out into the world.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey when I do that. Not like he has a beard, but like cool like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. HI sports fan and Jim. Fuck you. So that's what I said. It's real quick. Fuck you guys. All right. I'm sorry for interrupting. So Kobe White, you'd like to see him get the start because he did good.
I'd like to see him get the start again until he doesn't do good. Like, don't take it away from him. Ride with it.
I'm down with that.
And see if it's actually effective with continuity.
Oh my God, man.
Follow your own message.
That's good shit. My final words are please win tomorrow night. Just please. Just give me a Bulls win. I'll take one. It'll be cool. It'll be great. And then, we'll ride into Sunday and who the Bears playing Sunday?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I forget. Whatever. Jim, we're playing. What are we playing these days now? I've been playing a lot of PGA Tour, Jim. I'm just answering a question from a fan if you're listening to the podcast. I've been playing a lot of PGA Tour 2K23. I've been really into that. And then what else have I been playing? Oh, Payday 3. It's where you rob banks. So, they're playing the Vikings. That's great. That's right, because Justin Jefferson went on the IR. Yeah, they suck too. But Justin Fields does good. All right. Everybody be sure to go on TapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter, X, whatever. Bulls on Tap at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose at Goose on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because it's cool and tough. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. We'll be back sometime next week after the Bulls get a couple more preseason games under their belt, and we'll do a season preview show and all that cool shit.
Yeah, no, hopefully they just give us something more to talk about after this game. So that'd be nice.
We can only hope. Let's go Bulls.